For the second time in the span of about a week, the Pittsburgh Steelers are parting ways with veteran wide receiver Robert Woods. The Steelers announced Tuesday they released Woods from their practice squad. The team made the announcement with the organization's official X account. Ahead of the NFL's roster deadline at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on August 26th, the Steelers terminated Woods' contract. That allowed him to sign with any team in free agency last week. But Woods returned to the Steelers on the team's first practice squad. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported Tuesday that Woods had a change of heart about his practice squad role. Rappaport posted on social media Woods requested the Steelers release him. Robert Woods asked for and was granted his release from the Steelers practice squad, and a source says he only wants to continue playing if he's on a 53-man roster and playing, tweeted Rappaport. With Woods' departure, the Steelers have an open practice squad spot. Undrafted rookie Kushawn Williams is the only receiver remaining on Pittsburgh's practice squad. Steelers part ways with Wr. Robert Woods. The initial reaction to Woods' release from Steelers fans and pundits on social media was confusion. Steelers Depot's Alex Kozora may have summarized it best. "I didn't know why he accepted a PS spot in Pittsburgh where he knew he wasn't going to be elevated, but okay, that's taken care of," tweeted Kozora. The obvious rebuttal is maybe Woods considered himself an obvious practice squad elevation. NFL teams can elevate a player from their practice squad 3 times without needing to expose him to waivers. League rules also allow teams to elevate 2 practice squad players per game. But the Steelers have 5 healthy receivers on their 53-man roster. Woods didn't appear to be an obvious elevation choice for Week 1. Despite the lack of 2024 production among the receivers on the active roster, the Steelers are confident in their group. The Steelers have DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin III listed as the first-team receivers on the depth chart. Pundits expect veteran Scotty Miller and 2024 third-round pick Roman Wilson to receive opportunities too. Ben Skowronek, who is more of a special teams contributor, is the team's 5th receiver. Woods has played minimal special teams during his NFL career. His presence on the practice squad wasn't for versatility, but rather for veteran receiver insurance in case of injury. Last season, the 33-year-old posted 203 receiving yards on 20 catches with the Houston Texans. Woods has registered 2 1,000-yard campaigns in his career, but his most recent one was 2019. Steelers to use tight ends to mask lack of WR2? Again, the Steelers appear confident in their receiver room. But head coach Mike Tomlin suggested Tuesday that the team's receivers don't have to carry the entire load of the Pittsburgh passing attack. After touting Austin and Wilson in an answer to a media question Tuesday, Tomlin quickly pivoted to discussing the team's tight end depth. "I'm extremely confident in Austin, but I'm also equally confident in Roman Wilson, in Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth," Tomlin said. "There's a lot of speculations and narratives about a quote-unquote number 2 WR, but I just think in today's game, it comes at you in a lot of ways. We certainly have unique depth and talent at the tight end position. Jonnu is somewhat of a positionless player." Tomlin concluded saying it could be a collection of players who make up the number 2 receiver role in Pittsburgh's offense this season. The head coach sees the potential of a lot of pass catchers seeing opportunities with Metcalf possibly drawing double coverage. But after Tuesday, one thing is for certain, Woods will not be one of the pass catchers with that opportunity. Tom Brady has bestowed a great compliment to former NFL rival Aaron Rodgers ahead of his Pittsburgh Steelers debut, calling him the greatest passer in NFL history. Brady and Rodgers faced each other 5 times on the gridiron, with Brady winning 3 of those matchups, including the only playoff meeting. Now, Brady is calling the action for Fox Sports, while Rodgers is nearing the end of his NFL career. Brady will not be able to watch Rodgers' first foray with Pittsburgh, as he'll be in the booth for the Washington Commanders' home game against the New York Giants, while the New York Jets host the Steelers. Yet, one of the greatest signal callers of all time knows what to expect from his fellow legend. Aaron in his prime, to me, is the greatest passer of the football the league's ever seen, Brady said to Chris Collinsworth. "He could get the ball from point A to be faster and more accurate, I think, than any player in the history of the NFL." Tom Brady called Aaron Rodgers the greatest passer in NFL history during a recent interview. Rodgers, 41, is set to make his Pittsburgh Steelers debut on Sunday against the New York Jets. When you get older, you've got to find other ways to succeed because you don't have the same 2011 version of Aaron Rodgers. Like Peyton Manning, when he threw 49 touchdowns, then 55 touchdowns. We all have to evolve and grow. There's other ways to evolve and grow. Some of it's more mentally and then emotionally. How do we connect with our teammate and bring that competitive, positive attitude to work every day? Rodgers is beginning a part of his career Brady never experienced, a third NFL team after his 2-year tenure with the New York Jets never got going. Shades of the 41-year-old's time with the Green Bay Packers is what Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin is hoping to see come Sunday against his former team. Rodgers has a believer in Brady, who believes the Steelers will be reinvigorated, with the 4-time MVP at the helm after the team moved on from Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, who will coincidentally be the future Hall of Famers opposite quarterback over the weekend. The New York Jets have a stacked running backs room, led by Breece Hall. Hall is the best running back on the roster, but his contract is expiring, so his name has been mentioned in many trade rumors. Considering how incredible Braylon Allen has been as New York's second running back, it wouldn't be surprising to see Hall traded. Mark Morales-Smith of Fantasy Sports On C recently predicted that the Jets would send Hall and a 7th-round pick to the Steelers in exchange for a 3rd-round pick and a 6th-round pick. It seems inevitable that New York Jets running back Breece Hall will at some point leave the team without landing that second big contract. Both the player and the team have already hinted at this. The Jets are looking to transition to a 3-man draft committee, and chances are they'll be terrible again this year, Morales-Smith wrote. If they have a 3-man backfield with no intention of re-signing Hall, then it makes perfect sense to trade him before the NFL trade deadline, when it's clear the team isn't going anywhere. I think we all know which team will go after him. The Steelers. The Steelers desperately need a running back, and Hall would be the perfect option. The Jets have every reason to trade Hall. They're unlikely to re-sign him due to the rise of Allen and Isaiah Davis. Allen and Davis could handle the running back duties in New York, while trading Hall would net the team a solid return on draft picks. It makes perfect sense not to consider the idea.